Pow wow, yo, yippee, yay, yeah, it's pile number 5. Super excited to be with you guys today. As always, we're going to dive into the love of the community, then talk about what's happening on the markets, and then talk about Swissborg ecosystem that is flourishing on a daily basis. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Fazil. I'm the founder and CEO of Swissborg, always here to serve you. Community member to outline today, it is not one person, but a lovely couple, Tomé and Jeremy. Really glad that they're part of the DEO, they're part of Swissborg ecosystem. They have been doing astonishing NFTs, visuals, intro videos. The last one of the crypto story, it was really cool to see how much love they put into that rocket that would go all the way to the moon. They're glad that they really got into the community of Swissborg to really make things much better for women with La Fondation des Femmes. So just really excited about that. They're always bringing more and more. It happens to be that Jeremy, by the way, salut Jeremy, we used to work together as a good friend of mine. We used to work in a circus together a long time as pirates. That was in another life, but definitely good memories. As you know, last week was very exciting to see all of you B-boys and B-girls around the world breakdancing like that. 1990, that beautiful head spin from Yves Coman. There's been so many great videos. I was super thrilled. I should be doing mine as well. All your creativity. I thought it was just amazing. Super nice flair, by the way, Yves. Yeah, it's really cool to see everyone participating. I hope you're very happy about enjoying now your Genesis Premium for the winners there. It really does mean a lot to get to the highest point, the highest peak within our Swissborg community. So glad that you guys enjoyed it, that you took the time for it, and thank you for those who participated with the lovely videos of your sons, your daughters. I really enjoyed all of that. I watched them and hope we'll have many more of these creative filming sessions for other competitions or just for time to time. No need to be competition. This could be some love sharing and showing how much this means a lot to you, because it does mean a lot to us. Question of the week, K-Borg or iGod, I don't know how to call you. In any case, what is up with URT? Reason to bail? No. Long story short, apologies. This is from our side. It happened to be that there was URT is a very early staged stablecoin of Euro. That's mainly only on with us at least. It's only on Bitfinex. And the idea is that there wasn't enough liquidity, and that was the reason there was a mismatch here. That was changed within a few hours, so it's on over the weekend. We are making some automatic changes for treasury management. Though URT still, please make sure you understand this, URT is still not a very big stable coin. However, I just heard that's going to be listed on FTX, so this is great. It's going to bring a lot of more institutional traders to bring more volume there, so that's going to help. So if this happens to you guys, please do not purchase here in the EuroT. That's why we has as well. The maximum trade that could happen is 5,000 for now, euros, for to get into EuroT. And but we believe that going forward, this will change. Obviously, being partners with Mimo, we really want to bring PAR, P-A-R, which is the Euro stable coin that Mimo has put into their DEO, and I hope that this will be another one. We're looking at different other stable coins for Euro, but for the time being, EuroT is still great and gives you a very interesting yield. Referral of the week. This is about creativity. If you are creative, if you are an illustrator, graphic designer, product designer, web designer, please apply to any of these jobs. If not, refer any of your friends. If this person gets the job after 3 months, we will then give you $3,000 worth of Swissborg tokens. Extra 1,000 if it's a woman. A shout out as well to Oxifine, FOMO, and FUD of the week. This is actually the opposite. Long story short, Oxifine is saying that even though there's bloody markets, He really believes that the Swissborg community is really bonded, and then that we are really incredibly facing, challenges. But this is the time where we should be stronger, communicate even more, and really put fear aside. We know that the only thing to fear is fear itself, right? And really to put the positive momentum when things are not going well. This is when really you start making it in life, right? It's easy to be enjoying summertime and getting tan and enjoying the beach, but you should be as well enjoying the rainy, snowy days, and make sure that you have a nice jacket for that, and more importantly, you have a nice smile that goes with it. And this is great to see that there's all of this bonding, and there's love effect with Swissborg network. So thank for the community for putting up with this hard times, and we'll be smiling in the more easy times and in the hard times too. News of the week. Now we are traveling to Asia, and we're seeing that a lot of things are happening. People talking about how BTC miners are moving to Kazakhstan amidst the crypto ban in China. We're seeing a lot of more actually going into actually in Canada as well, and the US. So this is something that is a little bit better. For Kazakhstan, unfortunately, it's not clean, but for Canada and actually the US is getting cleaner and cleaner. So this is something that is very good to look into crypto mining, really seeing that this great effort is doing in a greener way. By the way, Swissborg, we are actually mining in a green way, which with the highest technology for Bitcoin. More to follow. Kim K and Floyd Mayweather are sued over their hype during their Ethereum Mangs pump and dump shitcoin. Unfortunately, yes, please don't look into what influencers do very often. This is a pump and dump scheme. They probably don't even realize that it is. So please make sure that you're doing your own due diligence. India legalizing crypto with a 30-day expand. That's something new. India was always against crypto. Now they're saying that they're going to launch their own central bank digital currency. We'll see if this digital currency will be on the blockchain or not. I probably think it's not going to happen. Last but not least, there's getting more and more airdrops through Binance Smart Chain, and these tokens, essentially what it is, are pretty much garbage. They then ask you to go on different websites to upload your wallet, and long story short, they do essentially withdraw all their funds within your wallet. So please, whenever you get airdrops, very often these can be malicious tokens that could have a bad influence on withdrawing your fees. Is happening more and more. So BTC is bouncing back from the lows of last week, which I think so is great. I think so what we have to see is that January and December was definitely 2 negative months. Most probably February will get into a very easy, nice month. The reason is that there's very rarely 3 consecutive negative months in Bitcoin. That's one thing. And the second, we've seen there has been a massive accumulation of big whales into Bitcoin. And I think so this is something that's very interesting, is always to see the flow of institutional money, or at least extremely high net worth individuals, to buying back these assets. We know that macroeconomically things are not looking good. We know it. It's a fact, right? You're hiking rates. Therefore, everything that is risky, usually people sell it and you fly to security. However, the accumulation of these new big wallets is something really good. I like as well what our the El Salvador president said as well. I think so it's quite cool, is that there's, I think so, 50 millionaires in the world, 50 million millionaires in the world, and there's only 21 Bitcoin. So what would happen when these 50 million millionaires will try to buy Bitcoin? Well, essentially, they don't even have half a Bitcoin each. I think that was actually very interesting, and we're seeing that, everyone's buying Bitcoin. So yeah, that really does show that, again, there's so much more room to improve here. And I think so the consolidation as well with Ethereum, same things than last week. The TVL, the total value locked, and Ethereum's smart contracts is still high, and I think so being used on Ethereum for these NFTs, that the surge is really happening. This is something very interesting as well. So all in all, good. Positive, definitely rebound for the CHSB, comparing to all the others, as being outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum itself. Obviously, I think so there's some anticipation of the next 2 weeks, what's going to happen during our wonderful keynotes. The first one, that's going to be will be done, during the powwow evening, I think so, I imagine. So that's two days from now, and obviously we'll be welcoming a lot of people from community members to see this in live in Lausanne. Your top voted token, I think so. This is something that again we should really salute the governance model of Swissborg, how people are taking decisions, and the decision has been made of voting a short list of different tokens, and the token that actually won is IMX. We had over 8,500 people that participated. When you think about it, more francophone people have voted, 4,480, which that is a lot, a big number. And I really want to thank all of you guys supporting us. So IMX will be the next token that will be listed. LRC and SHIB and Gala and Axis are other ones that were in the top 5. Unfortunately, not making it. If we talk about Immutable, what is Immutable? Well, Immutable is really one of those protocol or layers that is enabling already a lot of great games to happen and to scale Ethereum's network, like Gods Unchained, which is one of the most popular, by the way, play to earn game. And I think so. What is very extremely interesting about Immutable X is that it has a very good marketplace. It has as well a great technology. And it really enables you to have almost zero gas fees, right? In instant trades, obviously it's carbon neutral as it sees. So there's building more and more APIs for NFT businesses. I think so. The great, really awesome thing that it's based out of Starkware. If you don't know what Starkware, that is most probably, by the way, whenever this token is going to happen, that's going to be a massive boom. That'll be a thing to list very quickly on Swissborg. Starkware is the same L2 that enables DYDX, one of the biggest DeFi derivative decentralized exchange to do it. So this is something that, to be honest, I really believe that it's a game changer. I do believe that this is a very smart move, and I even think that we should have listed this actually a long time ago. So thanks for making it. It really shows again that collective intelligence is much just better than just people from our team just saying we should list this and that. So all in all, congratulations for the great vote. Again, this is a very smart one, and you definitely deserve this to happen next time. Talking about great projects, then we're rolling into these fun games. The Ballman project, we strongly believe this is going to be a very, very exciting NFT project. Why? Because it's based out of Switzerland. Stan Wawrinka, which we had talks last week, is really involved into this. And you know what? We are going to be able to provide a big whitelist for a lot of you guys. I think so. We have 400 different spots available for you guys. So it's going to be done through 3 different sales. There's going to be a private sale, pre-sales, and then eventually a public sales. What do you have to do? Obviously, you have to follow Ballman and Swissborg in Discord. That's already, I'm pretty sure you're already there. Then you're going to get potentially an email. If you really want to this, please as well let us know. And then you'll be able to essentially mint one of these NFTs. And what is the Ballman project? Essentially, it's a virtual game that will enable people to play with these different cards, right? And to get to do different tournaments. And I think so. This is something, again, really good for mass adoption. That really enable people to, look into how to play, how to train your cards, how to win these different series, and what will the game look like eventually. It'll be like something really cool, right? Where you'll have different series, and you could even play these, Ballman Stadium. They'll have like Swissborg advertisement there, and we'll have Swissborg competitions, and that's the whole idea, is how to play and earn at the same time. Looking forward to it. I know we always have good stories, but we have to share some sad stories, guys. This is over. The end of the Genesis Premium really does actually affect me personally. It's been a lot of work to how to bring this value to the Swissborg token and to our community members. I think so. We have over 6,000 Genesis Premium that are staking 50,000 Swissborg tokens. That means a lot of money has been put into this, a lot of brains has put into this, but more importantly, a lot of trust has been put in there. I think so. This is really something that, shows again how our community is different from one to the other. Those who have been lucky enough to get part of this is probably, and I hope is your best decision, not only financially, but as well in terms of really providing that love and that strong support to what matters the most in your life, which is to be wealthy, healthy, and love our CHSB. And obviously this mission has been very successful. Obviously, we'll have a very soon new premium. It's called a Generation Premium. That will be a price of 20,000 CHSB tokens. You'll get a fine yield and you'll get, not too high fees, but obviously that will never be as powerful as the Swissborg Genesis Premium. You won't get the same voting as well power and other things that will go to obviously Genesis Premium, which is always really what we care the most about. Since this last month, we had 259 premium Genesis users. So obviously some have been complaining like, oh, I'm flying out, it isn't worth it. But actually, no, on the net flow, we're seeing more Genesis Premium happening. If you look back then, the Swissborg tokens that were stakes, in the beginning, it was so low, it was less than, like so 2 million. And today we see, over 186 million Swissborg tokens that are locked through this wonderful Genesis Premium. Obviously, this has been accumulated as well in May when the community premium came in, and that has really as well grown essentially the number of Swissborg tokens stock. When you think about it, this is 26% of the total circulating supply. That is really a lot. And obviously, with the new other premium tiers, the lock is going to be even more and more higher and higher. And obviously, the Swissborg token is going to get scarcer. And the yield boost that you guys have received is over $16.6 million, which really is a great number with a total over 30,000 premium members that we have today. So really fantastic data points here. Fantastic love and trust. Thank you so much for making this happening, and looking forward to the next premium tiers and the next 30,000 people that will be premium Swissborg. Which brings the Swissborg data. Obviously things are going well. 508, that is a very good number, more than 80 more people than last week, which is really great. So we see a great accumulation phase, which shows again in the yield, which is growing 18%, obviously bounce back, which is great with the market going a little bit higher, but as well more accumulation than on the Swissborg token. 2.6 million of protect and burn, and over 1,000 people have added Swissborg into the app this last week, which is great, which brings us to over 126,000 people. And now the community in the dip is it 7.25? It is 8.2. Great number. Everything going higher, everything getting healthier besides the crypto challenge itself. But yeah, that's what it is. So really exciting times. And again, thank you for this trust for it. Tomorrow night is the episode 3. Sorry for last week, it didn't happen. So it's the last part about the philosophy of Bitcoin. I think so this sequel is very interesting to share all the information regarding Bitcoin and seeing how the technology, the economics, and the philosophy is changing our thoughts every day. And I think so this is a good way to remember how Bitcoin has played a very massive role, not only in our lives, but in the lives of the next 8 billion people on this planet. Last but not least, as you guys, I remembered earlier, the annual meeting is happening on February 15th, 7 p.m. CET. If you want to be part of it, please show your love on Twitter, and we will be inviting you to it. I know we still have a restricted number due to COVID, and we'll have to have all the sanitary passes and 2G, 3+, and all 2G plus, and probably 3G to get to this meeting. However, people won't be able to attend it. We'll make it stream live as always, and yeah, looking forward to really bring what's going to be our roadmap, what are we doing, how are we doing it, and how we're going to achieve to democratizing wealth management by making it fun, fair, and community centric, guys. Like always, guys, this was the Power 5 Goodbye Genesis Premium. Thank you guys for watching this, and please follow us on all social media, and please give it a like button right here, share it and comment as much as you can. Big day for today. The Genesis Premium is over, but a new chapter is opening. We're looking forward to onboard more people into not only the Community Premium, but the Generation Premium as well, which is going to give a lot of great value. We saw there. I think this is going to be a big game changer again. To add more utilities and to bring more value to our beautiful community members that you are. I'm really looking forward to this in 2 weeks from now. Our keynote is going to be a really cool way to unveil some nice things. There's a few things under our hat, and yeah, looking like always to it. I think this again was a very strong week for Swissborg. I think so for crypto as well. I know that we're as performances things go up and down. However, we know what's going on the mid and long run. So again, congratulations again to those who won the GP last week for the breakdancing, and congrats to all of you guys that have been supporting us since days, months, weeks, months, and years. Like always, guys, be healthy, be wealthy, and love our futures be. Take care, guys. Bye.